Moncion. I'd like to just go back to something you said earlier. With regard to tab 13 of your binder, you said in the legislative proposals, you actually mentioned only the second one. There is, you mentioned assign the strategic role of horizontal coordination to a single minister, but you didn't mention strengthen and expand the Treasury Board's powers, notably the power to monitor compliance, by providing the Treasury Board Secretariat with the necessary resources so it assumes the role of a central body responsible for ensuring the compliance of federal institutions and by examining cases where provisions would be made mandatory. I'd like to hear you talk about this and correct me with regard to the government's commitment and what C-13 provides. When the role of the Treasury Board and Canadian Heritage is discussed, what is proposed in C-13 would provide for two institutions coordinating the implementation of C-13, a better implementation of C-13. What the past 50 years have shown us is that one or the other of the institutions should be in charge, and your predecessors said to ensure the future of French, there must be a central agency, that is the Treasury Board. I think that what's new, Senator Moncion, that could help you in your work is at tab 12. Mr. Bossé and I have reproduced excerpts from the last 4 action plans, including the ones that are currently in effect. The first one, the Dion Plan, was mainly devoted to horizontal coordination, not by Canadian Heritage, but by Mr. Dion as the Minister of Intergovernmental Relations. He would have been coordinated. He would have coordinated the implementation. The second plan, Mr. Harper's, devotes 1 page to coordination. The third devotes only half a page to coordination, and the current action plan does not mention coordination at all. This question must be solved. It's one thing to throw money at a problem. It has to solve the problem. Your predecessors, including Lucien Bouchard, suggested entrusting the coordinator's role to a central agency. That agency would not be required to delegate. It's somewhat ironic that Section 2.1 and C-13 suggests that a simple minister be in charge of coordinating the entire law. Yet what is needed is an agency. The Canadian Heritage Minister cannot do that, cannot play that role. Mr. Doucette, would you like to answer that question? Yes. A quick comment. What Mr. Power just said confirms what I've just said earlier. Gérard Pelletier, Lucien Bouchard, and Stéphane Dion were right. Yes, the Treasury Board can take on the role. I'm not sure that the minister assigned to the Treasury Board president or its officials really understand official languages. Whether the person is at Canadian Heritage or at the Treasury Board or in charge of Francophone affairs, it will be the minister who decides how the act is implemented.